Hey, it's Sasha Evdokov. It's May 8th, 2014, and we're going to be talking about watching the intraday. And I'm doing this video midday, so it's around 2 p.m. Eastern Time, just to give you some intraday type stuff, and in case you want to change your positions or not. But I wanted to go over and give you some ideas of what I watch intraday and what I'm looking for. So first, just one or two announcements. I've had the 100 stock trading tips going on, and a lot of people purchased it, so thank you, and also congratulations for getting it. I know that there's a lot of information and wealth of knowledge in there, so if you didn't get the free video that accompanies this book, I think 2 or 3 people emailed us, and they just sent the purchase order number without their full receipt. So if you didn't get the complimentary video to go along with it, remember that you can send your full video or full receipt and get a free video that goes along with the book. So again, for the 100 stock trading tips. In either case, so today we're going to talk about watching the intraday and what I really watch in the intraday. First off, let's talk about Tesla. It had earnings coming out, and earnings were not that great. Well, the sentiment was not that great. If we take a look at the weekly, I talked about this price level being a huge area of support, and if it couldn't hold this, it'll go lower. And you know, after guidance came out, this is what was happening, is that it's going much lower, and we're going on increasing volume. Yes, we do have a little gap, but this was something to really watch out for during these earnings. And now we have the potential of it coming back down to 116, 115 area. So you're gonna have to wait and see. Time will tell. But what I like watching with the intraday is when we break this down to, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, we'll just go 5 minutes. Okay, we got this gap down. Remember the bigger picture. Okay, here's our daily. The bigger picture is still right now recently to the downside. If we look at the extremely big picture, it's still to the upside if you got in it early in 2013, a year or two ago. But if we look at just the daily, the recent bigger picture for a swing trade, it's been going to the downside. So that's where it's been going. And how do I determine the intraday and what it looks like? So here's what I do. I look at the 5 minute or the 10 minute. It's up to you which one you prefer. And we'll take a look at it here. Stock opened right here. Okay, it went up. All the shorts purchased back some of their shorts, or a lot of them. And then it continued to do what the rest of the day? The majority of the time, what has it been doing? Has it been going up, or has it been going down? It's been going down, and even though we have this mini pop, the rest of it has been sell off and continuing to sell off. So the majority of the sentiment and where it's heading is to the downside, and that's kind of what I look for. And you can pick any stock that you want. Let's take a look at Amazon. And again, the weekly, here's our weekly chart. Looked good here to the upside, and now we've been swing trading wise downward, right? So if we go to the daily, okay, so we can see that a lot of red ticks here lately. Downside to the daily. Just take a high here, one of the highs, and go down to where it is now. Where is the line going? Is it going upward, or is it going downward? It's going downward. So the trend and momentum is going downward. Okay, so now we get in closer. So now that we understand that most of the momentum is to the downside, until things start to change, most of the momentum is to the downside, then we take a look at it, and you know, we have fake outs from time to time. So what do? How do we find these things? We take a look at the 10 minute. Here was yesterday's price action. Okay, so it went, yesterday it went from here to here, slightly down. But it was fairly stable, okay? So kind of stable. Then we closed here, we went up, and now we're selling off. Okay, we went up for a little bit, and the rest of the day we've been selling off. Now, can we pop again and, you know, test this area? Yeah, we sure can. But this is what happened. We went to this 296, 295 level. We tested it, and then we're rolling back over. It didn't do it. So it can test it again and roll back over and again and roll back over, but this is what stocks do. So when you're looking at this, look at what the majority of the action, where is the intraday action going? Where is it heading? Take a look at Twitter. Okay, again, pick a point, even from the earliest point possible to the current point. Where has the stock been going? I know it's not hitting every point exactly. I know it's not a trend line specifically, but it's heading from where the stock opened way back here to here. The trend is still lower. Okay, even if you take it here, where is the majority trend? If you're trying to play the bounce, what you want to start to see is an incline like this, and then you're trying to go and get in it. And then the minute it starts to roll over and start heading lower again, you're out. I mean, that's the point blank about it, because you're trying to get in as early as possible. So what you want to see is, where's the big picture? Okay, now we look at the intraday. Intraday, we get in closer and we take a look. 5 minute, let's just go 10 minute, since it's a lot easier. Last 3 days. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, here we're testing this level right here. This is the level we're testing. Okay, nothing too complicated about that. So now let's just go 15 minute. This is where we're at. Why are we testing this level? There's not a ton of support or not a lot of action here. A little bit. But let's break down to, let's say, Fibonacci level. Okay, we go here to the lowest. We bring it down. This is from the Stock Market Foundation course, the green course. Look at this. 50%. It hits 50%. What do you know? Isn't that funny how that works out? Okay. So we took it from the highs, we go to the lows. I could take it to any low point right here, and there's our 50% retracement, retest it, now it's rolling back over. Okay, not too complex, right? So look at the intraday, and then is it going up on heavy strong volume? Is it continuing to go up, or is it selling off? It's selling off. And this is what I do. I look at the stocks. You pick a stock and you see Facebook. Where's it been? Where is it going? And how's it doing now? Is it going into strength or is it not? So right now you can see that if we look at the 5 minute, it went up just for today, went up, and it's been selling off, and now it's going under the previous day's close. So this is what it's doing. So now I'm wondering, is this stock going into strength at the end of the day, or is it acting weak towards the end of the day? Think about this. Very strong stocks continue moving into the close and power higher. Those are the great bull markets. Those are the times where you're just making money left and right. When a stock rolls over towards the end of the day, intraday, it's going and weakening out, and it's increasing. Look at these areas right here. It's a higher tick on the red, okay, on the volume. It's more juice to the downside, and what you want to do is see and read and learn to read the action, and it's accelerating. Look at it, just watch. We break it down to the 2 minute. Look at it. It's accelerating. It's a no-brainer. Put 2,000 shares in this and you're making easy money. But it's very difficult for most people because they don't know how to read this. It's like a kid trying to read a book, a novel. Pick any large book, 200 pages, right? If they try to read it and they don't know how to read, how can you read the book? How can you understand what's going on? Or give a book to a person that can't speak the language. How can they read the book? If you can't read the charts, how do you know what will happen in the story? How do you know what's going to happen in the end, or what can even happen in the end? So you need to learn how to read the charts, and this is what the intraday is all about. It's learning how a stock is moving into what direction towards the end of the day, and that's what I'm watching. Let's take a look at even Apple, for example. Again, okay, we could take a look at the weekly. We can take a look at the daily. I know I go a little quick, but I'm trying to cover quite a few stocks and also cover a lot of information. So rewatch the video if you need to. So cover the daily, consolidating, so we understand we're in between the 2 points. That's kind of our trend. We've popped higher. We know that there's a gap, so if we break below this flag, we're going to probably go into this gap area. This could be dangerous, but if we want to play here, let's see where it's going, kind of on a 5-minute, 10-minute area. All right, it tried to break a little bit, but it couldn't do it. There's a little ceiling here. It's rolling, and now we remember we got these 2 main price levels. So I wouldn't really even touch it. If it was bouncing here, maybe I would play this bounce from here to here and get $12 out of it. But if you wanted to be even more cautious, take it even easier, then go back to the daily, wait for this to break lower or higher, and then you can trade the stock in that route. So that's how you you trade and look at these stocks. Let's take a look at another one, ISRG. Okay, again, here's our daily. This one's messy. So here's our weekly. Popped, went down, and now look, it's breaking this major level. It's breaking even lower. Let's take a look at the daily. Okay, here's our main level. Continues to sell off, continues to sell off. Let's take a look at the 15-10 minute. Okay, broke here, higher, and continues to sell off. And now it's going under the previous days. Is this stock acting strong or is it acting weak? It's acting weak. Of course it's acting weak. Okay, I mean, just imagine for a second. The minute it broke here and it went lower here, you made 104 points in just 27 days. 104-point gain to the short side. Okay, so the problem with this is really that, you know, we're in the Dow, we're right here, we're consolidating in this pattern, and this is where our issues lie, is that we're consolidating here, and until we break higher, it's going to be a little bit choppy. It's going to be a choppy ride, and if you just started trading last week, you're in this pattern of the last 5 months that you're in this sideways pattern, and this is what the market's doing. The minute it breaks here, you could have another swing to the upside on a bull market. All right, let's take a look at CMG. Same thing. The tick is still green. We're still up $2 today, but is it strong or is it weak? Let's take a look at the 15 or the 10. Okay, what did it do? Breaking up, and now it's breaking down. Normally, when this stock was running really well, it would continue breaking up, consolidate, and then continue higher. Okay, this is what the stock used to do. Right now, it's not doing that. So you're paying attention to this. So the question is this still tradable? Can you still trade these stocks? Yeah, you can. You can still trade these stocks, but understand what you're dealing with is that normally by about the half of the day, they're selling off, and you can still trade them. You can trade them in the morning. You can trade them short in the afternoon. What's your trading style? What are you doing? What do you like to do? Then you can still trade the stocks. It's just it's a different kind of trading game. It's not a buy, hold, sit, and let them go up for 6 months. That's not what we're at right now. Netflix, same thing right here. Went up, hit this area right there. Okay, selling back off. That's what it's doing. It's selling off in the day. So all these bounces have been great reshorting opportunities. So anytime the stock bounces, you short. It bounces, you short. It bounces, it's short again. So you continue to create a really good position over a period of time and reaping in those profits. But intraday wise, that's kind of what you watch. I just wanted to give you a short, quick video about that. And that's what you're watching, is you're watching how it's acting throughout the day. Is it powering higher or is it powering lower? Facebook, same thing. Powering higher, powering lower. You can see we're still continuing after a few minutes to continue to go lower. And this is what it's doing. And here it is. It's continuing to do its thing, what you predict it to do, right? But to get to this level, to get to this point, to be able to read the charts, you need to learn how to read. So spend some time with charts, learn to study some things, and you'll be far ahead of most people because most people want things given to them. Okay, so again, thanks everybody for getting the book. I'm working on some more material. I love helping you out. So a lot of people sent me great questions over the last week. And I love getting you to learn and think about the market and taking your trading a little bit better. So if there's anything I can do to help you out, don't be scared. Few of you reach out, and fantastic. And I'm always happy to help out, especially for the people that are willing to learn and put the time and effort into it. I don't like lazy people for sure, and I can't stand people who don't want to put their own effort and energy and time into things. So you will need to do some work to be successful. It's not an easy type of thing, but if you need some help, just shoot me an email. It's fine, completely okay. And I've answered, I think, a couple hundred emails this last couple of weeks of different questions. So I'm always glad to do it, as long as you're learning and continuing to improve your game. All right, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.